You're now listening to The L Zone, where Patricia Love covers everyday topics that matter to you.
Hello, welcome to the L Zone podcast with me, your host, Latricia Love. Tonight, the topic I want to bring to everyone is about health and fitness. I know I've struggled over the years with my weight and maintaining my weight, and I want to kind of tell you about my process, how I got to this point, and being comfortable with my body and being consistent at maintaining a certain weight zone. So let's just jump right on into it. I think one of the hardest challenges for people when it comes to losing weight or how they go about losing weight in a sense is their mindset of health and fitness. I think people should change up their concept and mindset when it comes to looking at health instead of looking at it for an image standpoint or to look a particular way or thinking you're going to get back to your high school weight or college days weight is unrealistic. And I think that a lot of people get down on themselves more than they should on something that they really don't understand because of how they're approaching health and fitness in their lives. So I think one main for me, I started with understanding food better, understanding how to select food, what's in food. Some of these food products have pork in them, chemicals, all kind of stuff, and you don't know how your body is going to react to them, or are they even able to process some of this stuff? So I think once you start understanding food and recognizing what foods are actually organic, what's not organic, what has chemicals in it, what has pork in it. If you still eat pork, I'm not knocking you, but you should really do your due diligence to research food and understand what it does to your body, which leads me to the other point of understanding your body. How does the food process in your body? Your body has a recovery time of 24 hours. So say, for example, I eat something in the morning, then 9 o'clock. I eat a snack at 11. Whatever you ate that morning, whether it be McDonald's, a home-cooked meal, whatever it is, it stopped whatever it was supposed to process from your morning food that you just ate. And now it's focusing on your snack. Oh, let's throw in lunch. Now it's got to stop what it was processing from breakfast and your snack and try to process what you just put in your mouth, because your body is constantly overworking itself trying to keep up what the heck you're putting in your mouth. You're not really hungry. You just have trained your body to eat at certain times. So I think a book that helped me, How to Eat to Live by Elijah Muhammad, and also there's an app that I have on my phone that, let me look for it. I should have had it pulled up. My bad, my apologies. But it helps you with understanding what chemicals are in foods. Is it a recall food? Healthy Living is the app. But it kind of breaks down how your body, what your body should be eating. With that app and that book, it kind of helps break down what foods are really good for your system and what are not good for your system. Like when I read it, I didn't know kale considered a weed, but everybody pumps up kale like it's this big thing, and I'm like, you're not really supposed to be eating a weed. Or when we eat frozen foods, it's already dead, so we're just consuming dead products at this point, full of chemicals to make it taste like something. And it's like, why are we eating this stuff? So for me, my process is make sure it's fresh. So if I eat fruit or veggie, it's always fresh. I don't eat frozen canned goods or anything that doesn't have a U with the circle or a K with a triangle. I don't eat anything that does not have those two things on it. I also make sure, of course, I kind of drink maybe 1 or 2 liters of water a day, or at least a liter a day, because I don't want to over saturate or overhydrate my organs when I don't need to. And if I do feel like I'm hungry, then I just drink some tea or drink some water. But people call it the intermittent fasting thing, but it's really not a fasting. It's actually what you're supposed to be doing every day, is eating literally once a day. It may not be the lifestyle for people, because I'm a foodie and I know food is an addiction in itself, and I love food, but I'm worried about my health more so indulging in food all the time or using it as a coping mechanism. So I watch what I eat more, and I lessen what I eat. I think I did eating for 1 meal a day for about 3 months. And when I say my body really kind of did heal from the inside out, it was really eye-opening for me. So I started to just adapt naturally to that type of process for as how I eat. Now I understand most people not finna do that, but at least try to minimize the damage you are causing by being more selective with what you're putting in your body, understanding how your body processes things, and being mindful of the chemicals, because there's chemicals in food. And if you take medications, you're like doubling your body on all this stuff that your body really don't have time to process. So in a sense, it's kind of like someone told me, and I read it, that your body recovers. You have a new body every 7 years. And it's up to you to do your due diligence to have the best body as you get older. So why not be more concerned about what you're putting inside of it? Now, my thing to touch on fitness when it comes to that. Food is probably 80% of the process. That's my opinion, because food is the one thing that's easily to do. You can go to the store and buy something for $1. You can stop at a fast food restaurant for it and get something for $1. I don't eat fast food. I majorly eat at home. I've cut back completely from eating fast food. I'm selective about the restaurants that I go to. And even though I can't control everything that people cook and how they cook it, what oils they use, because I've conditioned my body to eat a certain way, it's real easy. It's easier for my body to get rid of the toxins and stuff like that I may consume that I can't control. But when it comes to fitness, I think I'm not knocking people who do these things. Let me repeat that. I think that your mindset has to start with you first, then at home. If you're not consistently working out 1 or 2 times a week, or doing some type of walking weekly, or have realistic goals at home, why are you paying for a gym membership that you really don't use? Why are you paying for personal trainers? Why are you paying for boot camps? Why are you paying for things? They're not quick fixes. You're not going to see a certain result. You can work out all day long, but if your eating habit is pretty much jacked up, what are you really working out for? So, like I stated before, it's the mindset that you have approaching how do you feel about yourself. If you're doing it for you to feel good, then nothing's going to break the core reason of why you're starting to worry about your health, why you're starting to work out. It's not for a guy, it's not for a chick, it's not so you get summer ready or anything like that. It's, I want to feel good about myself. I don't supposed to be taking these medications. I'm 38. I take no medications. I know people who are on a lot of medications at this age. I was on one at one point for metformin. I took myself off because I was like, there's got to be a better natural way, because I don't feel good when I take this medication. There's a lot of natural things that you can do to maintain your weight, to regulate your body, your hormones, all kind of things. It's about going out, do your due diligence and research And actually, you know what? Okay, how I feel trumps my laziness. How I feel trumps me, cravings and stuff like that. Always going to the refrigerator, going to grab something. I'm not saying you can't have a cheat day, as people call it. It's at least have more good days than your bad days for as eating and for as your workouts. I always say at least 30 minutes a day if you have it. If you at a job, I know they have steps. Go walk the stairwell for 5-10 minutes and be good. It's a start. It's always about the starting that people seem to be like, oh, okay. And then the consistency has to be there. You have to be mindful and be consistent after you've done your research, you've done your understanding about your body, how food works with your body, and you change your concept of why are you losing weight or trying to lose weight or get healthy, then consistency is the key. Consistency is everything. It takes 2 weeks to learn a new habit, in a sense, or to break a habit. It is real simple, but it's one of the hardest things to do because we get caught up in our lives, we get caught up in our kids, we get caught up in work, our spouses, partners, girlfriends, whatever, your side buddies. You get caught up in other things that it's real quick, easy to break whatever pattern, whatever start you started to do, in a sense. So I think once you kind of understand your mindset and change up the reasons why, and understanding food, understanding yourself more, it's it's a little bit easier, let me say, to maintain a certain weight once you drop it, just purely off of how you feel. And once you see yourself, and I don't use a scale, I go off of how my clothes fit, honestly. And that's how I kind of gauge where I'm at most of the time. How I feel on the inside, that's mostly with my food and trying natural ways to heal myself from whatever I've consumed in childhood to now. So that's been my process. I've written down key foods that I make sure I eat throughout the week. I make sure I minimize my intake of a lot of chemical based foods anyway. And it may be one time if I go out to eat, I kind of stay in a certain zone of foods that I deal with when I go out to restaurants and eat or drink different liqueurs and stuff like that. So um, once I get that down, it took me about, I'll say, 3 weeks to a month to really zone in more so than what I thought I was doing, because I really didn't know everything about food. Then I got into a habit of eating once a day. If I need a snack, I'll drink some tea, drink some water, and just keep going about my day. I make sure I at least get some type of exercise weekly. That's my goal. You can set your own personal goal that fits you best, but at least start a process. I know everyone does the New Year's resolution, but this really is a lifestyle. It's not just a trend to do, or it's not a trend to do the fasting. And then as soon as you get off the fast, you wonder why you gained all this weight back, because you're not consistent at anything. You're just doing it to have a certain image for a moment, and you're not looking at the long term. So it's not about a New Year's resolution. It's about a lifestyle change that's going to follow you until the day you die. I don't want to have to pop pills, my knees cracking, my back arthritis set in. And for me, people in my generation or age range, I don't want to be 40 and they tell me some crazy stuff. You know what I'm saying? I should be able to still jog. If I need to lift something, I'm not worried if I'm finna break something or just feeling sluggish. Your energy is low. You should want a better life and see a better life for you in your health, and then everything else will flow from that. So that's just my little 2 cents on my journey with my weight, maintaining my weight and learning new things about food. I learn something new every week about food, if anything else. And it's mind-boggling what's out here when you go looking for it. And make sure your research is coming from some legit sources. Don't just read everything. I promise you, just don't read everything, because you'll overthink what you're supposed to be doing, and then that's a whole nother thing that sets you back. So that's just my 2 cents. Everyone have a good night. Take care.